Today we're looking at the Smith & Wesson Model 3B. This is the Special Ops M9 bayonet. This particular model has a black coating on the 7.8-inch blade. The blade steel is 400 series stainless steel. There are some milled saw teeth along the spine that can be used for cutting or wrecking type of operations. There's also a milled groove here in the handle, both sides. This side says Smith & Wesson Special Ops with their logo. This is the wire cutter mechanism, which is used in conjunction with the built-in wire cutter here on the sheath. What we do is just fit the knife right over that, snap it into place, and then you can use it to cut wire. And also you can use it to bend wire too by threading it through there and just looping it around until it breaks even without the sheath. There's multiple slots on the sheath. There's also a map pouch here to keep your map or your first aid or your multi-tool in. It's a built to last heavy-duty polymer material sheath, so when you're not carrying it on your weapon, you can keep it in the sheath and wear it on your belt. It also has a polymer handle on there. It's not steel or metal, so that it's not going to be cold when you grip it. Here on the back you have your standard bayonet lug, which will fit on the bayonet lugs of M16 rifles and any rifle equipped with a compatible bayonet lug. Very common type here. This is the hole that the barrel goes through, and it's large enough that it'll fit a barrel with a flash suppressor on it through that same hole. It's a nice thick guard. So you've got a bayonet that doubles very nicely as a multi-purpose survival and fighting style knife as well. It's got very thick blade stock on there, so it's a nice overall. It measures in at 12.8 inches. We thank you for watching, and please stay tuned for more knife reviews.
Hey, good morning everyone. I wanted to take a quick look at Buck's new Pursuit series. This particular one is the fixed blade, the 656 knife, so it's the 4.5 inch drop point style blade. I haven't used this yet. This is just going to be a quick overview of what you're going to see right out of the box, and some first things that I noticed about it. And first thing, so it's a polyester sheath, which you know, feels fine. There's nothing too fancy, but it does have this plastic insert in it. So what I've noticed a couple times I pulled it in and out is it's got a nice feel in there. It doesn't, the sheath doesn't bend at all. The knife the knife itself is a really nice looking knife. The handle is really interesting. So this is a 2-shot overmold. So this is going to be injection mold, glass filled nylon, which is injection molded, and then this is what they're calling VersaFlex, this green stuff here, and that's just a TPE, which is a thermoplastic elastomer. Best way to describe that is plastic mixed with rubber. So it's obviously it's softer than the glass filled nylon. It's not extremely soft. You can compress it just a little bit, but it's not gonna flop around in your hand. What kind of drew me to this knife though is the overmolding. So like the knife itself is your insert, and then the 2-shot overmold is your handle. I just like, if you can see the shot offs on the tool are really clean. Obviously it's a brand new tool, brand new knife, new tool. There's no flash anywhere. It's hard to see, but there's a parting line there. But obviously the toolmaker did a nice job. There's a little gate right. I think this is gonna be a good knife, and we'll report back. Thanks.
What's up everybody? Coming back at you with another knife review, and today we are looking at the Morakniv or the Morakniv. These are actually, if you're on a budget, these are the way to go. Got a nice rubberized handle, so really good grip on it. Now, it almost feels slick. But if I had to guess, if this thing gets super wet, I wonder how it's, you know, some of the plastic gets slippery, so that would be worth probably checking out. But good grip on it. I like that right there. The blade is super sharp, guys, for a cheaper knife like this. Let's see if I can get it to focus with all that glare. But just a little budget bait knife right here. This thing's actually really cool. we do a more in-depth review where we go into the sharpness, we get the weight and measurements, and we really test this thing out over on Product Probes. That's our other channel. So guys, I hope the review helped, and I'll see y'all in the next one.
Welcome to, on today's review, I'm going to be discussing the Elk Ridge ER052 Bowie knife. Now, this comes with a leather sheath. It's genuine leather. Mine's a little worn out, and it's actually a nice knife, and I actually really like the sheath as well. And you can get these for pretty cheap online. I mean, the Elk Ridge is not a lot of money, but it's actually a pretty nice knife. Now, this is just 440 stainless steel, made in China, but don't let that stop you from buying a knife. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's cheap steel, made in China, whatever. It's still a fantastic knife. It's full tang. It's got the Packerwood hand scales, which I actually think look really nice on this. I would prefer some real wood, but Packerwood's okay. It is very thick, as you can see, and I love this clip point design, this Bowie shape. It's one of my favorite styles of knives. I don't know why it has two fullers in it, but it's a very nice knife. Now, a lot of people say that the handle is too small. You must have gigantic hands, because this hand, yeah, it's a pretty decent knife. I say go for it. And yeah, that's my review. You like the knife? I like the knife. Hope you liked the video.
We're going to revisit the Schrade SCHF-1. As I said, this is going to be another edition of the Rambo knife series. On the series, this is the only one that is made of a solid single piece of 1070 high carbon steel. So what I thought we'd do in this video, for consistency's sake, we're going to put the Schrade SCHF-1 through the exact same testing procedure we've done all the other Rambo knives in the series. So here we are with the Schrade SCHF-1. And let's just talk about the specs of this real quick before we start doing the actual knife stuff. First of all, this is again a one-piece knife. It's forged of one piece of steel. That is 12 3/4 inches overall length. For those of you still stuck in that old metric system, yeah, you know who you are. That's 32.3 centimeters long. Features a 7.5 inch blade, or 19 centimeters, and a 5 1/4 inch hollow handle of 13.3 centimeters. This thing weighs 1.2 pounds, 17.8 ounces, or 504 grams. So there's that. You can see the SCHF-1 has a serrated edge on it. This thing was available in 4 different versions. I don't know if it still is or not. I know this is available on Blade HQ right now for 65 bucks, and it's in stock. Amazon, you have to go to other sellers, and BTI's website, which is the new owners of Schrade, it says it's out of stock. So you might want to get on it if you want to get one of these. And I've been told, by the way, this is kind of like a knockoff, I guess, of a Chris Reeves knife. He had several different hollow handle versions. If you find one of those, it'll be used, and it'll be very expensive. So anyway, this has a hollow handle on it with an O-ring seal, and it's about as long as my finger. So I'm gonna say that's about 2.5, 3 inches, and I could probably get my thumb in there, so it's about 3/4 of an inch in diameter. But it is one piece. And then when you buy this thing, it's going to have a toolkit on it. I've taken the toolkit off, and I have no idea where it is, but it has a bunch of bits in it, and you can use it in a little bit holder. And so if you want to screwdriver, different type screwdriver and type bits, if that's your thing, then you might want to leave it in here. I saw no use for that as far as in a woods knife, an outdoor knife, so I took it out, and it is now long gone. I've had this knife for a few years now, like I said, and it has a hexagon shaped head, and it's got a lanyard hole running through it. And it's kind of a spear point design. It's not a double-edged, but it's definitely a spear point. And so there's a lot of smooth blade here before the serrations start. And then it's kind of got this little built-in finger guard there, a nice kind of knurled checkered handle, some little flats here. It is a complete, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.